Hey Cancer, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Sorry, the camera caught me unawares there. I pressed the start button, didn't realize. So sorry for my weird introduction. But I hope that you're well. This is your love reading, basically answering the question, how does your partner feel about you? Also give us insight into how you feel, some advice for that as well. It is for February right through till March the 15th. I have asked for those dates to be covered. This is for your Cancer sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, descendant sign, and Venus sign. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. So we've got past, present, and future. Also intentions, motivations, positions. Also an overall energy card. Got two more spreads to do after this. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable. After this spread, I then carry out a spiritual kind of energy spread to see what lessons you lot are, or you guys are learning as a couple, or you girls, people are learning in February in your partnerships. And then lastly, we'll pull three cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck just for some more clarity from Spirit as to how you should move forward, or what you need to think about, or just to give you more confirmation. So interestingly enough, we do have at the base of the deck the Magician card in reverse. This tells me that you may not be kind of aware of your surroundings, you may not be aware of your potential, you're not aware of what's available to you, or you're not acting, or you're kind of taking a back seat, you're allowing other people to make decisions for you, or to steer you in any particular direction, or to tell you what you can and can't do, or there's this kind of lack of the masculine, I guess, energy really with the Magician card here. It is the #1 card, which does represent masculinity to me, that kind of starter leadership kind of energy. Also relates to Aries again, which is quite masculine energy. So you seem to be kind of not playing into the energy this month, and that's the overall lesson. So you're learning overall lessons, Cancer, about your will and how you exercise your will. Underneath that, we do have the Ten of Swords in reverse, thank God, and also the Seven of Swords in reverse, and also the Ace of Cups in its upright, and the 3. I'm only pulling out all of these because these cards kept falling out as I was, so I got the 2. These cards here kept flipping out when I was shuffling this little portion of the deck. So, I mean, they're all really quite positive cards. It looks like there's a new love here, possibly at work, with work, to do with business. You could be working together with someone on a business, trying to work something out with someone, trying to kind of find your places in the relationship. So because I remember that the last reading that we did, or the last few readings that we've done, Cancer, there's been like a new relationship kind of growing and stuff. So it could be that you guys are kind of working through this new relationship and kind of finding out where each other fits, finding out what each other's dislikes are and likes, where each other's boundaries are, also discussing plans. Are you on the same page? Are you both going in the same direction? But also #3 talks about building foundations and creation. So it looks really, really positive. It looks like, and when I say positive, I mean that the relationship seems to be progressing, and it looks like there's some sort of real kind of solid foundation here with the Pentacles being built with love, which is fantastic. With the 2 of Wands in reverse, it shows me that you may have made a commitment. You may not be looking for other offers. You may be very happy where you are now. You may have reached a decision, basically, with the 2 of Wands in reverse. This would be you're considering a new offer that's come in, and you're looking to kind of start something new, and you're quite excited about something new. This would say that you are quite happy with where you're at, and you like to continue to develop what you've already committed to rather than starting anything new. It just looks like here with these 2 cards here as well, these are all about giving up, really, in some way. Ten of Swords would be accepting or kind of leaving something in the past. This also talks about healing as well, especially with the Ace of Cups. There's some sort of healing that you're going through with the Temperance card as well, and the Queen of Pentacles that kept popping out. Definitely healing for you this month. So it looks like this relationship could be kind of pushing you towards some sort of healing, where you feel like you can let your guard down, not be so defensive, but maybe go more with the flow. And that might be why the Magician card's in the reverse, because you may not feel that you really want to push things forward. You might want to go with the flow. You may not want to kind of be so set on a particular outcome in this situation, but you're more willing to maybe enjoy the moment, not really trying to trying too hard, trying to make the relationship go in a particular direction, basically letting go of control issues, really, in a sense as well. So you're really kind of letting go of a lot of that, and you're no longer being defensive, putting up your guard. You now see that your life seems to have taken on maybe a new, you know, if things were really bad before with Ten of Swords, basically in your life, for whatever reason, this could be, you know, deep loneliness, feelings of abandonment, everything, just complete, you know, complete endings in your life, you know, complete changes of job, complete changes of status, reputation, like everything, just especially to do with ego. So whoever you thought you were once, you know, no longer exists, and it may be in a very painful kind of process to go through, and maybe found you quite defensive and kind of maybe keeping people out, and having to kind of find your own path and really fight for your own happiness, maybe to an extent. And yeah, with these in the reverse now, I think you're coming through a healing, going into sort of a healing. You're on your way to healing. Basically, you're on this new path, I feel, towards healing, where the sun is kind of finally rising now here, and you're seeing things a lot more positively. You're not so defensive, you're not so controlling. It could have left you quite controlling in the past, and very doubtful of people and questioning people and being very undecided about things and non-committal. It looks like you're really moved out of that, and you're kind of letting maybe your partner take more of the lead, or at least just yourself going with the flow more. So that's how I'm picking up that card. So let's see how the reading goes. Sorry for my little ramble there, but the Magician card got me and I had to talk about it. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse for your partner, for how they feel, and the Seven of Coins. Again, this talks about like no effort, no interest, no investment. So, you know, it could be that your partner feels like you're just not really that optimistic. They may be getting the impression that you're not optimistic about things at the moment. You may not have a lot of positive things to say about your partner or the relationship. You don't really have a vision. Your partner sees that you're lacking interest and you're lacking enthusiasm, and but really maybe you're just like finally exhaling. You're not really trying to be overly excited about this, but just trying to kind of get comfortable in this new relationship and just enjoy it and go with the flow, not get too excited. Again, not holding on to a particular outcome, but just enjoying the moment. So you're not getting that excited. Your partner feels like this is because you don't want to invest in the relationship. Like you have nothing more that you really want to give to the relationship. That may not be the case, but that's how your partner feels. They feel like you're just not interested, and that you don't want to invest anything more into the relationship. You're not putting in any effort. You're not saying nice things anymore. You're not maybe responding as quickly to messages, or you're not sending loving messages anymore. You're not doing much. And then we do have the Two of Swords here, which again would confirm you're not doing much. You may feel like you have a decision to make. There's something on your mind. There could be a lot of emotions going on behind the scenes. So yeah, I kind of get the feeling like you do like this person. I don't know why, but that's what I'm picking up so far. Like you do like this person, but you're just not you're not going into anything head first. You're not rushing into anything. You're just kind of not being pushy about things. You're more kind of not allowing your emotions to kind of dictate your decisions and to kind of sway you too much. You still want to keep your inner balance. You still want to keep this, your head screwed on. You still want to be logical about things. You're not wanting to, I think, allow your emotions to take the lead. You want to kind of keep your head on straight, and really, I think, get to know this person more, maybe before getting too carried away. So yeah, so that might be why the Ten of Swords has shown up, even though it is in its reverse, and we have kind of picked up that it's probably more you coming into kind of a more positive phase in your life. You still are carrying two of these swords. You still remember what you went through, and I think because of that, your wisdom, no matter how much your heart and your emotions might say, yeah, this is the right person, and it feels so good, and he's been so nice, and I love being around them, or whatever. It's like you've got your wits about you, that you still have questions that you can't maybe ignore. But at the same time, I don't think you're allowing, if you are having any difficult emotions, you're not going to allow them to also ruin the relationship. You're really kind of keeping your emotions at bay. You're not kind of just, being the Knight of Cups, I guess, or the Queen of Cups, even, as you may usually be, and just opening up all the way, although there is a lot of emotion there. So I guess for any cross watchers viewing, I think your Cancerian does have feelings for you with all this water here in the background. There's a lot of feelings, but they're very still. I think this Cancerian is quite a wise one, and I think they're just taking baby steps. Okay. So in the near past, we have the Chariot card, and it's upright for how your partner feels, and also the 8 of coins in reverse, which are two very opposing energies, because the Chariot card was just in the past your partner was very fixated on you, the Cancer, and the Chariot card is a Cancer card. So it could be that this person was like really fixated on you, very much wanted to come towards you, saw it as that they were, they may have really felt like they were making some headway, like they may have felt quite victorious with you. And they themselves, with the 8 of coins in reverse, may have felt like, oh, well, things are going so well right now. I don't need to maybe try so hard. This person could have maybe started to just not put as much work in. That could be why you're now feeling like, this is different. This is making me think. This is making me get my swords out now. And I'm starting to think, well, if things were so good, why did this person maybe stop putting so much effort into it? And that might be why you're also the Magician card in reverse. You may have a lot of plans and ideas and maybe see a very clear way of solving this, but you're deciding, I think, to let this person do some work and show themselves to you. And yeah, they in the past they felt very positive. I think they felt like the relationship was committed, that it had reached a certain kind of level of development. Like may have now had titles of boyfriend and girlfriend, and made those commitment vows or conversations or whatever, and that you guys could move forward. And maybe they felt like, oh, I can excel now, and I don't have to put so much work in to be trying to prove to my lovely Cancerian that I'm serious, but this has kind of made you pull back. So yeah, there's a bit of a pulling back here, I think, from your partner and you. However, in the past, in the near past, we've got the Lovers card for you, and it's upright. So again, this is about you making a choice. So this could be that you've actually made a commitment to your partner in the near past. You could have, like I said, your partner could rightly have felt that you guys had actually got somewhere. The relationship was a victory, that you'd reach your destination, that you guys were building on something now and going somewhere. And yeah, it looks like, yeah, you made that commitment. You were quite convinced that this person could be someone you could be committed to. And I think you wanted to take things further, and I think you could, like I said, it's just full on commitment. You made a decision. However, you're still there's still this decision energy about. There's still this. You've made a decision possibly with your heart, but your mind is still coming on board. And interestingly, the Magician card again is ruled by Mercury in its reverse. So it's like your mind still has to maybe catch up. This is also a Gemini card, ruled by Gemini's ruled by Mercury. So you seem to have a lot of thinking going on. You seem to put a lot of thought into this, and I think you're cleverly, it's like your inaction is a form of action as well, I think, here with this person currently. You're deliberately, I think, holding back to see what they come back with, but they see that as you're just not interested. But you definitely made a commitment to this person. I think you really must have loved them with the Ace of Cups as well, and the Lover's card. You must really care about them. And you may feel like, it's a really kind of fated union, or a very serious relationship. So in terms of motivation, we've got the World card for your partner and the Knight of Swords for your partner's motivation or hidden thoughts that you may not know about. So your partner, with the World card here, may feel that they, again, have made an absolute commitment to you. And they want to just move forward. It could be an air sign that you're seeing as well, with all these swords popping up and all this kind of cerebral energy. It could be that you're seeing a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Definitely a Libra or Aquarius has popped out here, and Gemini, actually. They're all on the table. So you guys are just with air signs, I think, at the moment, Cancerians. So yeah, with the World card here, your partner is ready to move on in their own life. They're in a place in their life where they're sick of what's already been, or they've completed something already. They're very much looking towards the future, and are wanting to, have that family or take their life to that next level, to mature in some way, to develop themselves, to move forward. And they want to do that with a passion with the Knight of Swords here. They want to communicate that to you. They want to talk to you. They want to understand where you're at. They want to let you know what their thoughts are. So this person's quite, I think, excited about this new this new relationship, and where it's going. They're, I think, still feeling quite positive. With the World card as well, it talks about fixed energies. Also a Saturn card, which talks about commitments. So I think this person is committed to you, and they see you, like this relationship heralds like a whole new life for them, whereas maybe they were single before, they're now in a relationship, and that world looks very different. But they're committed to that change. And they're very much decided in their head with the Knight of Swords. They know exactly what they're not confused, but they are hasty, and they are enthusiastic, and they are excited. And you may feel that you may want this person to slow down a bit. You may not be comfortable with this pace. Maybe that's what it is, and you're just like, okay, hang on, just hang on, But this person behind it all, no matter how they're acting, they are very much, I feel, decided. And I don't think they're going to give up easily as well with the Knight of Swords. This is someone who, wants to win, has to have the last word. So yeah. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords for you, your motivations or your hidden desires, hidden thoughts. So yeah, you're feeling quite trapped. So with the Eight of Swords, you may know you need to move forward. Like, you need to move forward. You may even want to move forward. But again, there's the water and the swords energy again. There's more water here. I think even water on the water doesn't divide. I thought there was water that divided the figure from the mountain, but it's not. It's just at the front here. So, yeah, you've got to move. In order to, basically, if you've got any emotional issues that you're dealing with, this card, I feel, is saying that the only way you're going to get out of any emotional discomfort that you're experiencing, which are, I think, quite old energies. Again, with the Ten of Swords, I don't know if something's happened to you in the past. We've all experienced the Ten of Swords. Something bad has happened to all of us at some point. Unfortunately, our heart doesn't always lead us down the best paths. So, yeah, this could really be anyone, you know. It's not that you, Cancer, you know, have had a difficult past. It's just that there's certain things in your past that maybe you haven't dealt with and that are holding you back. And you may, you know, you need to work through those things in order for you to enjoy the love that is in your life. You may feel like you don't know how to move forward. You don't have enough information. You may want to ask more questions about this person as well with the Two of Swords. Yeah, you may just feel like you don't have enough information about this person. You would like to talk more with them. But you've bound yourself in this fear. And this is, as I said, it's no dig at you, like in terms of you binding yourself. It happens to everyone, but it is your own doing. And it could have, you know, you could have done that to protect yourself. You know, that's how human nature is. You know, we're always going to go to what's most comfortable, even if it's uncomfortable, which is weird. But that's how the mind works. So, you know, you could have a lot of kind of comfort in just staying where you are, even though you're not really comfortable. But you do need, the Eight of Swords always says you need to move forward. You need to take that step. I was actually thinking about this card last night. I can't remember what I was thinking about. Now I'm on the spot. I can't remember. But what I do remember is that it does mean that, you know, you need to move forward. So we'll just leave it there. Okay. So yeah, whatever emotional ruts you're in, they're probably very linked to how you're thinking about it. So, you know, maybe talking with someone, getting these thoughts out of your head, you know, speaking to trustworthy and supportive parents, friends, family, maybe a counselor, you know, maybe a tarot reader you could have a chat with and kind of go through what you're feeling and what's going on. Maybe just kind of getting it off your chest and getting somebody else's perspective as well. But your partner, I think, with the Knight of Swords, I feel, is quite a supportive person. It's crazy, right? But to me, he comes across as someone who will defend you, he'll protect you, he'll fight for you, he will not give up on you if he thinks that it's the right thing to do. Because he won't be able to deal with it with his own thoughts if it doesn't go right. So he will, oh, that's my kids, they're back. So let's wait for that noise to pass. So yeah, it looks as if you are feeling very, very hemmed in. I mean, the Eight of Swords also talks about other people's thoughts as well that are interfering sometimes. So it could be, and sometimes it's like old, outdated views as well, like people's opinions that are like from way older than you or from different generations, different places, different perspectives, interfering with things. So again, this is about finding your own voice, and being brave and stepping into your own power. Yeah, because you're not doing that at the moment. You're not stepping into your power. So this could also be a reminder that you may feel powerless. You may not know how to move forward, but there are many clues around you. There's many resources around for you as well. And you just need to grasp them. You need to decide on what you want with the Magician card and then go for it. Okay, so it may be about you making a decision here. Very important for you. Making a decision about this person, that if you want to be with them, you can make it happen. That's what the Magician card is saying, especially with 8 of Swords here. It's saying that you're actually holding yourself back. Okay, so we've got the Justice card for their intentions. That's why I mentioned Libra earlier. What's that on my hand? Makeup. Okay, so we've got the Justice card with the Knight of Cups, which is lovely. Wow. So the Justice card does talk about commitments, marriage, contracts, decisions, final choices, judgments as well, and legal issues as well. So for me, I feel this person is wanting to, again, wants to talk with you. With the Justice card here, the Knight of Cups does bring messages as well. He wants to, or she wants to definitely communicate with you. They do love you with the Knight of Cups here. They really do care about you. They are motivated very much by love. This person could be younger than you as well. There could be an age difference here. Or it could just be signifying a kind of like a very new, fresh energy, you know, in the relationship. And there are changes. If your partner feels that there's an issue, they're wanting to fix that. They're wanting to move forward. And they are motivated, I feel, by, I think by love. You know, and caring for you. And they really do care for you. And I think they want to let you know that. But they're also motivated by a choice that they've made, you know. They may be people of principle, like, okay, once I make a commitment, I don't give up. I'll go the whole way. I want to see what happens. Sorry, I'm always slanted. But yeah, they could always kind of be like that, quite decided. Once they decide, especially if they're, you know, if they are a Libran, and it's hard for most Libras. I've got like a stellium in Libra. I've got way too many planets in Libra. So I know that I can relate to that whole indecisive energy. So if this person has made a choice, they've really thought hard about that choice. It's really something that they would fight for. They really believe in love, or they really believe in you, or they really believe in whatever relationship you guys have. They're totally committed. And they're going to fight for it. But you're like, I've kind of seen this before. This smells like something I've ate before. You know, you're like, is it going to be different? Can I be successful this time? Do I have the power within me to make it a success? Your partner's probably going to do most of the work, to be honest. I mean, with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords here, this person's quite motivated to move things forward. They're progressing, they're moving forward. And the Justice card here talks about commitments, decisions. This person may feel that it's only fair, that it's only right to fight for this, or to go for you, or to commit to you, to talk to you, to try and fix this. But they definitely want to bring in balance. You know, if there isn't imbalance in the relationship, if there isn't enough give and take here, maybe with you holding back, you know, they're willing to come forward, it looks like. So I think that will happen. At the moment, there may not be a lot of communication, but I think it's mainly because you are holding back a bit, which is fine. You know, everyone's allowed their time, their moment to kind of pull themselves into a position of power, or into a position where they feel like they can, where they feel comfortable, and that's fine. And this person's just going to have to wait. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, they may not be feeling very optimistic, but they may feel like it's like their fault here as well with the Justice card, that they need to go ahead and fix this. They need to move, you know, towards you. It's actually looking like that on my table, but they need to go ahead and make that romantic gesture. I think they will be doing that, and I think it will be a very serious final decision. It will be final with the Justice card here. Okay, we've got the Strength card here for your intentions. Your intentions is to remain strong. So you really feel like you need to not let your emotions run away with you. You know, you don't want your emotions run away with you. You wanna be kind of if you can't be in control of the situation, maybe you feel, well, at least I could be in control of myself. You know, I could be in control of my own emotions. I could decide if I'm gonna continue this or not, if I'm gonna entertain conversations with this person or not. But you're really controlling your responses. This is quite a self-controlled card. Wish you guys could see it. But yeah, it's very self-controlled, kind of taming of the beast energy. You could have a lot of lust and attraction for this person as well. And you know, that could also be some sort of concern for you, where you feel like you don't want to kind of just let it all come out. You may be kind of waiting on this person. Maybe this person's like, yeah, you know, I want to kind of get things moving. Again, with the Magician card, also relates to Aries, which can relate to, you know, sex. And maybe, you know, especially with this card as well turning up, you know, maybe this person feels ready to kind of move things forward. Maybe they feel like, okay, I've done enough. I've proven to this person that I'm serious. I've taken them out on like 500 dates. I've taken them on holiday. I've bought them bags, shoes, or I've just been an amazing person to them or whatever. And yeah, my daughter wants to interrupt now while I'm doing the reading. Come on. You can take as long as you like, or you could be really quick. Okay, bye. You want to say hello?
No.
So yeah, this person may have felt like they've done enough, and that they've won, and that they're victorious, and maybe they don't want to do anymore. Or, you know, maybe that's what the Seven of Wands, Seven of Coins in reverse kind of is hinting to, that they may feel like we were going so well, you know, and now suddenly you're like, hey, hang on, you can't just have me that easy, you know. Could be something like that, because you're holding back here, and you're holding back here, and you're holding back here. So I think that's probably what it could be as well, especially with the Magician card in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse, 7-1, all these cards that are relating to these things. But you're very relating to sexual energy, are all in the reverse. And I feel that you want to build something real. I think this is where your uprights are. This is where you're actually focused, is on building real love. That's what's important to you. And you're being very patient. Then we've got these cards underneath, again representing this air sign person in your life. You may be more focused on practical things here. Home life, family, make sure the bills are paid, there's food in the cupboards, that, you know, university funds, trust funds are there, I don't know, for the kids. You know, you're very much, and you're going to be patient to get those things. You're not in any rush. That's what the Magician card in reverse is about as well. You're not in any rush. You're willing to take your time to make sure everything's in the right place. So in the near future, we see your partner kind of getting a bit upset about this, I think. We've got the Four of Coins and then the Four of Swords for your partner in the near future. So again, this could be talking about how they feel, and also how they feel about you, or how they're perceiving you. So from the perspective of how they're actually feeling, they're feeling like they're not going to give anymore. They've done enough. They've given. They've put themselves out there. They've made their offer, and maybe they're like, okay, now I'm going to hold back. I'm not going to put any more effort into this, because I feel if I do, I could be investing in something that's not going to bring me any return, that could actually see me left in a deficit. And they don't want that. So, and this is because there hasn't been that much communication. You haven't been communicating very well with this person, or they haven't been with you. Again, with the Magician card in reverse, it's saying that communication will be an issue this month. You know, you may not want to do too much right now with this person. You may still want to be quite self-controlled in a way, in order to take the relationship at the pace that you feel comfortable to get where you want to get to, which is here. However, the Magician card is present, and it is saying that communication should still be as good as it can be. Communication could be creating a lot of problems, or not very good communication could be creating a lot of problems in the relationship, making things not move forward, making things just not work. Again, the most important person that we need to get to know is ourselves, right? So communication with yourself is going to be key. Now, that may be a bit tricky with this. If you've got a lot of emotions stirring up, you don't know if this is like that kind of thing where you may have a fear or an intuition and you don't know if it's fear or intuition. That's kind of like how I see this card. Also got a crescent moon here. We currently have a crescent moon today on the 11th of February. So the moon phases could really be affecting you as well. So it could be an idea to kind of look at the moon phases to see how they affect you as well. That could be something for you to think about. But this person feels like there's not enough communication, or as well with the Four of Swords, it could be like they're just taking a break. They could feel like they've given so much and they haven't got enough back to replenish whatever they've given to then be able to give you more. They may feel that is not happening, and so therefore they're kind of just taking a back seat and they're kind of waiting to see what you do next. I feel with this card being your overall lesson, you are being asked to look at ways that you could contribute to making the relationship the success that you want to see. Again, where there is love, there is compassion, there is empathy, there is consideration for the other person. And that's what this card is all about. So it is about, communicating. With your person. Learning to compromise with them as well. Finding out what page they're on, finding out what it is they want. Can you guys build on this? Is there love that can be built from this? Maybe you need to get to the bottom of that. Maybe that's what you're unsure of. But you do need to communicate here with the Magician card in reverse. There is a communication issue, especially with the King of Swords appearing as well in the reading. You may feel like you don't know what to say or how to move forward as well. But your partner's really decided. They know exactly where they're going and what they want to do, And if it is a guy, most guys do know what they want. Most masculine energies are quite decided and they know what they want in that moment, which is pretty cool. But us more feminine energies, you may kind of not move so directly, a bit more move sideways like the crab. So in the near future, we have got the Queen of Cups for how you'll be feeling, which looks to be very emotionally stable. You'll be very much focused on love. Again, your focus is love. This person's focus could also be love and relationships, and I think that it is here with the Knight of Cups. But you may want a more mature love. You could be looking for something mature. That's where I found the age difference, because you've come up as the Queen of Cups and they're representing themselves as the Knight. And then you've also been represented by like the Magician card, which is, a major arcana. So I don't know if maybe you're just kind of you've been through more than this person has. This person's kind of like the Knight of Swords. They kind of haven't maybe had too many bad experiences, or are still quite optimistic about, they haven't got that. They just maybe haven't been heartbroken maybe as many times, or disappointed as many times, or maybe just overcome them differently. But either way, they're more optimistic about things. They're quite decided on what they want. I'm very excited about the new beginning. You here with the Queen of Cups, you are more focused on not really rushing forward. You're following your intuition as well with King of Cups. You're listening to your heart, which is great. I mean, to come from this to this is really progress. Really, it's fantastic. You are becoming more comfortable and settled in your emotions. You may be feeling a lot like yourself a lot more. Maybe when this person does pull back, you feel a lot more, but more comfortable, maybe expressing your emotions in more of a quiet way, rather than keeping up with this person's pace of the nights, which is quite fast moving. So yeah. You're definitely in love with the idea of love. You protect love, you respect love, you honor it, and yeah, you think you're more focused on family and the real thing, and you're just a bit concerned that maybe this person maybe isn't as focused on that as you, and you just want to give this person a bit more time to show who they are. With the Justice card, it looks like they will be coming forward towards you anyway with quite a serious, I think, offer of commitment. And I think it could be probably, with the World card and the Justice card, this person could want to talk about, if not, necessarily offer, but talk about marriage and be willing to talk about these things with you. So I think you have got someone that you possibly could build something maybe fairly good here with, if these things sound good to you. But maybe you just need to be a bit more convinced this person really is as mature maybe as you want. And you may be very sexually attracted to them and feel very much really fond of them, but you're not going to give in until you know that this person's maybe worth it and can give you what it is that you want, which is harmony and love and a real solid foundation. So this is for Cancer. Just do a few more shuffles for Cancer from now till March the 15th. Communication. The first card that came out is communication. This is a spiritual, this is the position, like a message from spirit. Like just a message from spirit, like not too much context, but just for this particular reading. And they said communication. So yeah, it looks like you may be having a few reservations about this person, but you may need to try and keep communication open as much as you can. So that this person at least knows that you're thinking about it, that you haven't given up. I think they're going to start to think that they're investing in something that's not really going anywhere. They may not feel like they're receiving anything from you, so they may just stop talking or stop putting so much effort in. They don't get it. It looks to me like this person is younger than you, or just younger mentally or emotionally, or just isn't really quite up to speed with things. And they're kind of missing the point. So you do need to think of ways to communicate. Now, with the Magician card in the reverse, it could be that you need to get creative about the way that you are communicating. So think about how you communicate directly with your words. Think about how you communicate with the things that you do. Think about how you communicate with your emotions and your empathy and things like that. And also think about how you communicate in terms of passion. There's many ways to communicate, many love languages as well, right? So the Magician card would also be suggesting that as well. You may need to get a bit more creative about how you communicate with this person to let them know. Silence is golden, and a lot can be said. You know what they say. A lot can be, when nothing is said, a lot is being said. you know, simply by this whole non-action is an action thing. So, but that's not the only way you can communicate with this person. It could be through doing, that you let them know. I don't know. That's just a message that came through. So if you'd like a personal reading, I guess we could talk about more ways and discuss, you know, what your love language is, what you're comfortable with. We can see if that will work, you know. Yeah, so we've got true gem here as the obstacle. True gem is the obstacle. Oh, maybe you feel this is really precious and you don't want to mess it up. And then maybe that's why we've got the Queen of Cups here. Like, you really do honor and really do appreciate love when it comes, you know. And sometimes when we have something that's so good, we don't want to lose it. So therefore we just don't do anything. Could be something like that too. We've got children being what brings you together. Do you have children together? Do you both want to have children? It looks like you definitely want to start something here. Whether that be kind of build a house together or buy a house together, or, you know, start some sort of project that would last a long time together. You're definitely thinking more long term. Let's see if we can get some more cards. So this is a really long reading. I'm really sorry. My first couple of readings in the day are always long. Sorry. So Cancer, from now till March the 15th. What do they need to know about their love life? And we've got a young male. So keep it that this person's a bit younger than you. We've got a young female here as well at the base of the deck. So there is definitely chemistry here between you guys. Okay, then we've got mature woman, what your partner is learning about. You're learning about the young male. So I think you're getting used to this person maybe being young, optimistic, and you're kind of getting with this person's energy or understand them, get in tune with it maybe a little bit. And your partner is seeing you as the mature woman. So they see you as someone who's got it together, who knows what they want, who very much is very self-possessed and very comfortable with their sexuality and femininity. Okay, then we've got dating queen for how you see them. And then we've got twin flame for how they see you. Wow. And then, as I said, there is this chemistry, I think, between you two, which is represented by the young male and young female. So you see them as maybe dating someone who maybe needs a lot of attention, someone who needs like lots of I'm probably like this, to be honest, but someone who needs a lot of like gifts and attention and phone calls, appreciation, told they look beautiful, gets opportunity to dress up when they want to. It could also be related to Valentine's Day as well. You could be thinking about this person on Valentine's Day, or thinking about what they're going to do for you maybe on Valentine's Day. And then we've got twin flames. Your partner just feels that you're someone very special in their life, and you're changing their life basically. You're kind of making them into who they always wanted to be. That's what came. Which maybe is a father. You know, maybe they want to kind of get out of this young male energy. They're ready to kind of, with the Chariot card here, start a family with you. You know, take it to that next level. But you're just like, I don't know if you're mature enough. That's what I think you're thinking. I don't know if you're ready. Because this person needs a lot of attention. So it seems. But you're really making this person grow. They feel very connected to you. They feel like you guys are a good match. They're very optimistic. They maybe feel like you're kind of perfect for each other. I think the obstacle is that I think it's like it's a case of having something good and not wanting to mess it up. There's also that here going on as well. So for Cancer, the last 3 cards of the reading for Cancer from now till March 2019, March the 15th. Okay, let me just take this. Okay, we've got Orphaned at the base of the deck. Is there issues of abandonment maybe that we're dealing with as well? Worried about losing this gem? Not wanting to get too close to something for it just to go? Yeah. It could be that as well, so you're kind of like hands off. I'm not even going to try to be too attached to an outcome. I'm not going to get too attached. I'm not going to start treating things like they're mine, you know, until I know. You've got Loyal Heart. So I think this person's really loyal to you. I think you're loyal to them too. Again, it's always reminds me of that twin flame energy, because they're almost like twins, even how they're sitting. Yeah. So I think that spirit is telling you that, yeah, you know, either you very much feel this person is, again, it's the 8 card as well, which talks about karma, could be very karmically linked, or even twin flame energy here. Definitely kind of a destined relationship that we have here. Okay. I just love that card. It's just so pretty. I might get it framed. It's so cute. Okay, then we've got the why card. Again, coming back to those questions which we had at the beginning of the reading. You know, what is your why? Why are you doing this? The why will enable you to more focus your will as well. When you know why you're doing something, why you like this person, what it is you want from relationships, what it is you want from this relationship, what are you doing all this for, why putting the effort in, what are you trying to get out of this, where are you trying to end up, why, what motivates you. So with the 8 of Swords there again, which is kind of in your why position, like what motivates you, you may be a little bit stuck, and maybe that's really going to get you out of that kind of feeling of not knowing what to do. When you figure out why you're doing something, it's very easy to figure out where you're going. Then we've got chaos and conflict. Yeah, chaos and conflict. We've got the got a zebra turning into a giraffe here, and then number 6 energy. So I mean, obviously it's called chaos and conflict, so there might be a lot of chaos and conflict going on at the moment. I think that'll probably happen more towards the end, but also chaos and conflict talks about change. You know, no one likes change because it's uncomfortable. They say moving house is one of the most stressful things you could do. I mean, how did that work out? But it is. I think it's to do with change. You know, moving from something you know so well to moving into a territory or an area that you really don't have a clue about can cause a lot of internal chaos and conflict. And I think that's what's happening with you. I think you're changing. I think you're changing into something that you never thought that maybe you would be. You may not have even thought it was possible. But yeah, it's possible. We do have zebras turning into giraffes. What's happening? Sorry, I could be silly sometimes. But yeah, it looks as if you are having a major change as a person. And I think your partner is as well. 33 as well, which is quite a magical number in itself. You know, it's 11 and 11 times 3, not times 3. Yeah, it is 11 times 3. It is. I think it's really just pointing to this relationship and it being a kind of a soulmate kind of connection, and it's making you both change. It's making you both change into people maybe you thought you'd never be. So yeah, without issues of abandonment here, it could be a major key. So yeah, loads of messages in this reading. It was quite interesting. I hope that it was helpful to you. It was really, really long, but I hope it was helpful. If you did enjoy it, you find it helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate that. And also, if you'd like your own personal reading, my details are down below. You can get in contact with me. And otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by. Happy birthday to all you Aquarians, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye. Good luck.